Here we go. I'm here. Oh,
Go get Mr. Crowd to help you, or Miss Gibson.
I'm here with Miss Robin Baugher. She was my high school principal. She is currently the high school principal still at Manila, and she was also a teacher. She wasn't my teacher, but she taught my classmates at the time I was at a different school. And I'm gonna ask her some questions. Miss Baugher, why did you choose this profession as far as teaching and principalship too?
Well, it was sort of a series of events in my life that led up to it. I was self-employed, helped run a family farm for many years, and then um, when it became necessary for me to work outside the family, I opened my own business, and just through a process of having my own business and being around a lot of different people, a lot of different ages, I realized I am a people person. Love to work with people, love children, love to share ideas and knowledge with other people, love to learn. So it was just sort of a process when I put all of those things together about what I enjoyed. It was almost like an epiphany. Oh, I should be a teacher. So I don't know if that answers your question well, but it wasn't just something I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
I never really thought that much about it.
Did you choose anything else, or was you when you went into college you were strictly going to be a teacher?
At the very, yes, I was.
From the get go, you was going to be a teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but that did occur later in life after I was self-employed for some period of time.
Okay. So how long have you been? How long was you a teacher, and now how long have you been a principal?
Okay, this is I'm finishing my 15th year, and I believe 8 of those years have been in administration without me just stopping and doing this.
Yeah.
I was a special education teacher first, math teacher second, and then started in assistant principalship, and then principalship.
Okay. Where was you assistant principal at?
At Manila.
Here?
Pre-K through 8th grade. Assistant principal for 3 years.
Who was you under?
Diane Baugher and Diane Wagner.
I did not know that. What advice would you give me or any other person pursuing this profession as far as teaching and principalship?
Well, they're two totally different animals. I know they both revolve around education, but in my opinion, of course, I think you have to be a teacher and you have to love teaching to administrate it. But there's a part of administration that you almost have to be cut out for it. Can't worry about hurting people's feelings too awfully much, or about people getting mad at you.
Yeah.
Maybe you might have to be a little thicker skinned, maybe to be an administrator. But what advice I would give you, don't go into it because you think it's an easy job. The old misnomer of teachers get off at 3:30 and have summers free is there's absolutely no truth to that. Any teacher in this day and time that's effective in their practice stays well after the bell. They're here well before the bell, and they work most all summer.
Okay. Okay. What all subjects have you taught?
As I said, I was special education teacher, K-12 and post-secondary. I taught at A&C.
Okay.
And when I began to consider the idea of going into administration, I knew that it would make me a better administrator to have experience in the general ed field, not just special ed. So I've taken several tests to get several different certifications. I have quite a few of those, and ended up teaching 7th grade math, 8th grade math, and pre-algebra.
Okay. What all schools have you taught at? Just Manila and A&C?
No, I started my teaching career in South Arkansas at Star City. I taught special education there. And then when I my husband and I made our life move back to Manila. It was mid-year, and
Yeah.
I was able to secure a job at Gosnell.
Okay.
The special ed teacher there had unexpectedly died.
Mm.
And so I taught there for a semester, and Manila called me and offered me a job here, and I've
Okay.
been at Manila
Did you
ever since.
did you know anybody at Manila, or did you know about Manila before that?
Well, I was born and raised here and graduated here,
Well,
and
that's
spent
right.
my whole life here,
That's
so.
Well, then how? So you went from here to Monticello.
I went from here to Star City, which is just 15 miles north, I believe.
Yeah.
The direction's wrong with Monticello.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I moved there to farm a family farm.
Okay.
It was owned there by his dad.
Okay.
And we raised our family there. I was 21 years
Okay.
in the South Arkansas area, and then came full circle and moved back home.
Okay. Now, aside from, I know principals get paid more than teachers, but what has been your favorite part of education, as far as like with your favorite subject, or your favorite position, I guess, would be the best spot? Would it be 7th grade math? Would it be high school principal? Where would it be there?
Probably this position, although this is by far the most difficult. In my opinion, it is the most difficult position in the district, and I can quote the Commissioner of Education, Dr. Tom Kimbrell, as saying high school principal was the most difficult position in the school district. It's still been my favorite, because I feel like I can affect more change in this position. Although I loved teaching, and I loved teaching high school special ed, and I loved teaching at the college level even. I loved that. So I've enjoyed it all, but if you ask for a favorite, this is probably it.
Okay. So you graduated from Manila.
Graduated from Manila.
Okay. From Manila, you went to UAM, University of Arkansas Monticello.
I did not. Yes, many years later.
But it was Arkansas A&M at the time? Did you go?
It's the same. I've only, I did not attend college upon graduation from high school.
Really?
No, I did not.
I didn't know that.
As I said, I raised a family, farmed. I was a stay-at-home mom. That was my goal and ambition. I did not start my college process until 25 years out of high school.
Really? When you was 25 years old, or when you?
25 years after high school.
Really?
Yes. I closed my business in the summer, enrolled in the University of Monticello, and graduated 3 years later.
I did not know that.
Took mega hours, did it fast track.
Oh,
Had
I
both
understand.
one kid out of college, one that was about to graduate, one getting close to graduating college, and then I started.
Okay. That's how I know I'm cramming 159 hours into 3.5 years. So it's a struggle right now for me, especially taking 18 this summer.
Yeah.
So after you went to UAM, you went to ASU as well, right?
After I did my undergraduate at the University of Monticello, because we were living in South Arkansas at the time. Great little school, wonderful teacher ed program. In fact, they were doing something at the time that was pretty novel for the state. They had a year-long internship for teachers. Rather than just going into a school district for a semester, you spent a year. So you did all of your coursework was sort of compressed into a few classes, and then I did a year internship, a semester at the elementary level, a semester at the high school level.
Okay. Was it
certification's actually K-12?
Okay. So was it the MAT program? Is what you went through? Masters of Arts in Teaching.
My undergrad is Bachelor of Arts. My master's is Master of Science in Education.
Okay. Okay. Favorite memory of teaching or being a principal?
Oh gosh. There's so many. I don't know. It's just those little spontaneous moments. I can remember. One of my favorite moments was actually when I was doing my student teaching, and it just so happened my clinical supervisor was there at the time, and it was a special education kindergarten class. And I had done this lesson, and we were all into it, and it involved a story, and when I finished, the students just broke out in applause, just spontaneously, and I won't ever forget that, because it was not practiced, it wasn't rehearsed, it happened at the perfect time, and it was great, it was just perfect ending to a teach. That's one. I just have so many.
So many memories.
So many memories. That I love being an administrator, just standing out in the hall and getting to see 300 and something kids a day.
And growing. Are we growing? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
If you could change anything in your career, what would it be?
I would have started earlier.
Start earlier.
I don't regret being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Kind of regret just not starting right out of, I don't know that I would have appreciated it right out of high school though, but I wish I'd have started a little earlier, because I would have gone on and got my PhD and really contemplated that when I finished my master's, and was encouraged to do so, because I would love to teach special ed at the university level. But I started a little late. So that would be maybe my only regret.
Okay. And do you see a difference in today's teachers and the way they teach as to how you was taught and the way teachers were when you went to high school and school? I mean, is there more things they got to worry about as far as paperwork?
Oh,
and
I see a difference in the profession.
Yeah.
If you talk about just teaching,
Yeah.
what I would say to you is good teachers now
Yeah.
are no different than good teachers then. But the profession itself has changed immensely. The requirements on teachers now and the accountability, it's unbelievable. And yes.
Do you think there's more responsibility now as far as teachers?
Oh, yes.
Huge.
Yes. Outside of just that contact with the student. I do.
Gotcha.
I do.
Now, go ahead.
Just for instance, and I don't want to give any inaccurate information, but teachers are required now to get 60 hours of professional development. Outside.
A year?
Yes. And I have heard that that's more than a physician is required to
Really?
take. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Gotcha. And I just one more question off the top of my head. If you was to give me what would be your plan for me right now as I wouldn't call myself a junior or a senior or sophomore, but at the end of this summer, starting in August, I'll have 96 hours. You know, so I'm pretty much almost done with my degree. What would be the best way for me to get to where you are as fast as possible? What would be the road? Yes.
Okay. First of all, finish what you're doing, obtain your degree, leave home to teach. That's probably some of the most valuable experience that I've gotten. It gives you different perspectives. So graduate, go somewhere, get a job, teach a few years, teach at every level, take every test that you can take to obtain certificates in teaching. And by that I mean, I don't know exactly what your certification's going to be.
My degree will be Bachelor's of Arts in Physical Education with a minor in history, and I'll be math and science certified in middle school.
In middle school?
Yes.
So my advice to you is to try to teach in all those different areas. I know that your ultimate goal, I think, is to be a coach or do something in the phys ed field, but you need to teach middle school math and science, and because all of those things will make you a better teacher, and when you're a better teacher, you'll be a better administrator. And my advice would be, don't stop. Don't stop, and enjoy the salary and enjoy the time. Keep going to school. Do it while you're young. Not only, well, you just have more years to enjoy it, and pays off quicker.
Yeah.
So that would be it. And I tell teachers that, young teachers that all the time, do it while you're young.
Yeah. And lastly, do you have any tips, any other tips that you'd like to share for me or any other person that's gonna watch this video?
Tips about?
Tips about anything educational wise. How to teach, how to go about things.
It's all about relationships. It's all about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I could back that with research.
Mm-hmm.
The number one effect on student achievement is teacher-student relationship. That's John Hattie. It's good, sound research. I would say for administration, it's the same thing. It's all about relationships. I have to have a great relationship with the kids. You know, I try to do that to keep a firm hand, but at the same time, be accessible. And I have to have a good relationship with my teachers, and that means that they have to respect me, they have to trust me, and I think that's first and foremost.
Yes.
In everything we do in education. It's all about the people, it's all about the relationships.
Okay. Well, that's all I got.
All right.
I appreciate you, Ms. Baugher.
You're welcome,
Thank
Sarah.
you.
Appreciate you.